He's bideting himself.
My shower head was a overhead shower.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Oh, so you were on your all fours.
I was literally just bent. I was just bent over.
Yeah.
You were just getting blasted in the ass by your shower, no soap.
Pardon my take, YouTube, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Best podcast in the world. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
On today's Pardon My Take, we have our good friend David Baker, President, CEO of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Also, just full of stories, full of feel-good stories. Also, the return of Mt Rushmore season with the Mt Rushmore of teams that we'd like to eat, and then a bonus Mt Rushmore to mascots that we would like to eat. And we're going 4 deep on these drafts this year with Jake and Billy tag teaming. We're going to talk a little Bucks Parade. Maybe Jerry Jones basically saying that he'd commit murder for a Super Bowl, and then Fyre Fest of the week. Before we get to all of that, Golden Auctions. Did you collect sports cards or memorabilia as a kid? Well, they're back in a big way. If you want some extra cash, your cards might be worth a few bucks. Now is the time to head up to your parents' attic, take out that childhood sports card collection, and see what it's worth. Golden Auctions is the leading marketplace for trading cards, collectibles, and memorabilia. They are running a July premium auction through August 8th. And this auction has a great variety of collectibles, including a 2000 Panini Playoff Contenders box break with Adam Schefter with the chance to pull a 7-figure Tom Brady rookie card. So rare NFTs of the French and Belgian national soccer team, top 2 teams in the world, and Ty Cobb's actual dentures. You can bid now at goldenauctions.com. I think we're also doing a rip in a pack, a card rip. With I think the founder of Golden Auctions. We're going to do that.
I want Ty Cobb's teeth.
Yeah, I want Ty Cobb's teeth. So go check it out. GoldenAuctions.com. The card world is ablaze right now. GoldenAuctions.com. Check it out. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by GoldenAuctions.com. Go check them out right now if you're trying to get back into the card game or you're in the card game. We're going to be doing a pack rip, a rip in a pack. I don't even know if that's the right phrase, later on this month. Today is Friday, July 23rd. And PFT, I got to say, I think we should try to win an NBA championship as a podcast because it looks awesome.
I just think that there should be more parades in general.
Yeah.
Parades really only exist nowadays if you win a championship or like for an inauguration.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Besides that, we don't get out. We don't do ticker tape.
Maybe like a 4th of July little small town America parade.
I think
Pride parade. Good call.
Well, that was canceled. I think the last 2 years.
Why?
It had bad tweets.
Oh, got it.
No, but I think that we need to normalize doing more parades. Parades need to be like small accomplishments. Let's fucking get out there.
When we did the Blake of the Year, which actually, by the way, is coming up next week.
Oh, yeah, there definitely needs to be a parade for that.
The Takies next Wednesday.
We did give Blake Griffin a parade when he came.
We did give him a parade, but the Takies next Wednesday. Get excited. Blake of the Year. But go ahead, Jake.
Gilly Football and I went to the ticker tape parade for the women's soccer team.
That's right. They had it down the Canyons of Heroes.
Yep.
That's the thing is the Yankees got to win another title. They got to put 28 up there.
Or the Mets.
Yeah, or the Mets. But this parades are awesome. It looks like I really do think that we should try our best to win a championship in a professional sport because
handball.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Water dogs.
Water dogs. Yeah. If the Water Dogs.
Yeah, good joke, Hank.
You know what? If they win, we should organize a dog parade.
Yeah.
And we'll just do it. We'll do it on the Hudson River on the path over there. And then we'll just have everybody bring their dogs out. How many dogs do you think we could get just of AWLs?
Well, it has to be lacrosse fan AWL, so maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe a couple dogs.
A dog and a cat, maybe one cat.
On.
We can,
a turtle. Someone's got a turtle. Billy, you bring your hedgehog.
Yeah, put a leash on one of your frogs, Billy.
At least dozens.
Dozens of PLL. But no, we got are the Water Dogs playing this weekend?
It's a bye week next week, Colorado Springs.
You.
See you there.
Jake Marsh,
Jake
the future.
Get excited. But yeah, that parade was awesome. Giannis, the likability tour keeps going. He did the freeze. Someone threw him a ball, and he pretended he was shooting a free throw, and he just stayed frozen for about 4 hours. That was awesome. PJ Tucker.
Every player, or every time a team wins a championship, there needs to be a role player that gets abnormally drunk. And
Yes.
that's the drunk guy in your team that celebrates too hard. That was PJ Tucker.
I also love PJ Tucker's speech because he was like, when I got here, they're like, you need to be a dog. But I said, no, there's dogs everywhere. Actually, put the speech in because it's great. PJ Tucker essentially is saying, like, fuck analytics, even though analytics changed his whole career because he was on those Daryl Morey Rockets. That's like when he excelled. But fuck analytics. If you just have enough dogs, you can win a championship.
Well, that's also PJ Tucker's role, is to be a dog. So he was just like saying, you need dogs to win. That's him.
Yeah.
So he was like, he was like defining his role.
He had to teach everyone else how to be a dog.
Sometimes you don't know that you're a dog until you see another dog.
Until you
like,
bite.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a great parade. I like the bus driver too. Yeah. The bus driver was going like 25 miles per hour.
He was ready to be done.
It was great. Like, I don't really blame the bus driver wanting to get home. He probably had being a bus driver on a drunk bus in general has got to be like the hardest job in the world.
Yes.
Dealing with all the people in the back playing the same 6 songs that you hear every weekend over and over again.
Beer cans hitting the side of your bus because people miss, like throwing it up top.
Yeah, it's not an easy job at all to be a bus driver in a parade. And he was going like pedal to the metal. It was like Vin Diesel driving that.
Yes,
like
he was very fast. And shout out Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday for making sure they were at the parade. I think they're going to Japan tomorrow. I think it is, or maybe tonight. So they didn't. They did the right thing. That would have been terrible if they had to hop on a plane. Devin Booker's saddest flight ever. But so that was a parade. What? Yeah.
The day before the parade, Giannis also created a new drink with the half Sprite, half lemonade, no ice.
Yes.
And did the 50 chicken nuggets.
Was that European, by the way? No ice? I think it is.
No, I think that's just being a smart consumer. You get more soda that way.
I think it's something with. I think Europeans don't do ice.
I think if you grow up with not a whole lot of money, you know the no ice trick.
Right.
Because it's like you get extra probably 25% of the drink with that.
Yeah, and you don't need. Yeah, you don't need to waste it on ice.
That was my move growing up. I was a big no ice guy.
No ice.
And I can deal with a lukewarm drink if it means that I get more of it. But that's a delicious drink. The Sprite lemonade mix. It's fantastic.
Yes.
I tried to do the 50 nuggets challenge, got through 36, but what I didn't say was I had a 20-piece nugget from Chick-fil-A also for lunch that day.
It also is very funny because I think Giannis was with his family and he was ordering it for everyone. Did he finish 50 nuggets?
No, it couldn't be just for him, and they were minis. So So they were the mini sandwich that comes in breakfast, and Billy did an extensive deep dive into the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and it's like a honey bun, right, Billy?
Oh.
So it's about it's actually double the calories.
Time out. One of the greatest rivalries that goes on at Part of My Take is Billy touching the mic and Hank being like, stop touching the mic. Billy just tried to kick the mic into place.
Well, because you can't touch this end of the mic.
You can always
touch that
but
one.
You kicked it.
Here, so I'm like,
yeah, there we go.
You can always
Then you
just
can talk
sit
to
up
it.
into the mic like you're doing right now.
We should probably get 2 mics.
it's a deep.
What about
couch.
headset mics on these guys? That would actually be funny.
No, because then you hear Billy's deviated septum.
That's true. All right, Billy, give us the report.
So 50 regular nuggets is around 2,000 calories, and 50 chicken minis is about 4,000 calories. So it's double
more food,
because it's a bigger patty.
Wait, 2,000 calories for 50 chicken nuggets? That's not even a full day,
Yeah,
right?
it is a full day.
That's not
Not really.
not for
It's
guys
like
like
a
us,
nutritional
right?
full day.
We
yeah.
got to fucking bigger
And,
guys.
In comparison, Joey Chestnut's 77 hot dogs is around 20,000 calories.
Got it.
I forget the number.
That's way more.
Way more.
Giannis, if he finished those 50 minis, though, that's more impressive than winning an NBA championship.
Yeah, I don't think he did, but I agree with you. All right, so other things we got. Texas and Oklahoma are trying to leave the Big 12. That was nothing like college football politics and realignment. I like the part where I'm pretty sure Texas A&M was the team that leak this at the SEC media day because Texas A&M obviously doesn't want Texas in the SEC.
Right.
They're very, very much against it.
They're trying to form a super league.
Yeah, they're trying to form a super league. It feels inevitable because you had both the SEC not deny it, and then Texas and Oklahoma not deny it, and then everyone else in the Big 12 come out very strongly because they know that's the death of the Big 12. I would be sad if it happened just because I do like Big 12 football, but it also, I feel like we're heading towards a 4-conference college football landscape.
It is a very Texas thing to do, too. Texas, make no mistake about it, they always think that they're going to be the hottest chick in the room, and they never are. But they think that if I'm doing like a Colin Cowherd extended analogy, it's like Texas is the most high maintenance girl that you've ever dated, and they always need to be told how good they look all the time. They always need to feel like they're the most important part of your life. If you start playing too many video games over in the corner, they're going to go find the biggest guy in the room and start grinding on them, make sure that you notice that they're doing that, and then they're going to come back and be like, hey, this guy just said something mean to me. You should go fight him.
The real analogy is that girl, that same girl you just mentioned, she starts dating you, and then she picks your friends.
Yes.
Is what Texas is doing here because they're basically like, you can't hang out with these losers, TCU and Iowa State and Oklahoma State. Come hang out with these guys who have their act together. Well, I don't really like them. They could all beat me up. Like Alabama and LSU could beat me up every year, but all right, fine, I'll do it.
Texas is going to be in trouble, I think, if they go to the SEC because they're not Texas. Texas is not back yet. They've been almost back for a while. And I think it'd be a big mistake. They still think that they're the Texas of old.
So I assume that any team that goes, Texas and Oklahoma will succeed in the SEC just because they will. They're already. I mean, Texas is different than Oklahoma. Oklahoma has ruled the Big 12 for whatever half a decade more plus, but they'll get SEC players. They'll start recruiting SEC talent. Everyone will probably they'll just assimilate. Like they'll probably get the shit kicked out of them for a little bit. But not even. Like Oklahoma, if they went into the SEC, they would compete with everyone but Alabama.
See, I don't understand that because Texas right now they're going to have the same recruiting base, which is going to be the state of Texas, and they're going to split the recruits with Oklahoma like they always do. But now they're going to lose, I think, more of the Texas players to other schools in the SEC. But if you can't dominate in the Big 12, being Texas and being the only school with the Longhorn Network and all that extra money coming in. How do you think that it's going to be better for you going into a harder conference where they already have the SEC network where schools are getting more money?
They'll get more money. The competition, like when you're recruiting SEC players, you basically say, hey, we're playing in the SEC with these guys. They'll be able to dip into talent pools that they don't dip into right now.
I don't think
Look at Texas A&M.
I don't think that they are going to be dipping into
Texas A&M went from the Big 12 to the SEC, and they've assimilated very nicely. They're competing at a different level now than they were. You could make the argument Texas A&M has a path now to maybe compete for a national championship. They were I don't want to start old arguments, but they were just right there last year.
Yeah.
They were 5th, and they could have been 4th if you looked at it a different way. So, I
don't know if that has as much to do
iron sharpens iron.
I don't think that has much to do with recruiting as it does with coaching and the entire program at Texas being in just the shittiest possible position for the last 15 years? 10 years?
I think the SEC just would, especially for a school like Texas and Oklahoma, they'd get their talent, they'd probably get some more. They wouldn't go in there and be beating everyone up, but eventually, you're playing in these big games. It is kind of a mini super league. It means more, all that jazz. I know I'm just sucking the SEC's dick right now, but I think they would probably, if you're going to compete at a different level, this is the path to do it.
The big winner in this is Nick Saban for getting another assistant coach that he's spun off to a different program to come back into the conference so that he can beat them every year. Yeah.
Yes. So, it will be interesting. I will be a little sad because it does feel like now everyone's going to have to shuffle the deck again. And then maybe once we get to 4 conferences, everything will settle forever.
I just don't really see how the recruiting pool would change that much because Texas has always been getting great recruits from Texas no matter what. And then occasionally, like with Charlie Strong, they tried to recruit out of Florida, given his ties there. That didn't really work. I don't see the recruiting pool changing enough to make other things have to happen in Austin to make Texas a better school than just going to the SEC.
I guarantee you they would get guys that want to play in the SEC that would play in another SEC program now are going to play at Texas. Because guys want to play, like they want to play in the conference that their family can see them if they're not going to stay at home and all that. So I think they would start dipping into different groups. And the SEC, guys want to play in the SEC now. SEC makes NFL picks. That's just what they do. They just churn them out. So
I want to see some teams that are just nowhere close to being either South nor East start joining the SEC, because once that happens, then we know that realignment's definitely, like, once Ohio State tries to join the SEC, then we know that realignment it's at the doorstep.
Yeah.
Full realignment into the four league teams.
So I'm looking at it right now. I don't know what Texas A&M's recruiting was 10 years ago, but they have a 4-star from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They have a 4-star from Arkansas. They have a 4-star from Miami. Like, I'd have to imagine that being in the SEC helps that. So I don't know. We'll see. And Oklahoma will be fine because Oklahoma's good anyway. They just got to play defense.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So we're going to see, obviously, when they play against like Ole Miss, you've got Lane Kiffin, who doesn't play any defense whatsoever, now playing against Big 12 defenses.
Yes.
That's going to be great.
Yes. So
over City.
I don't know. Just all of a sudden, we're just going to do this whole realignment dance again. I thought we were done, but we're not done anymore.
There's like certain levers that you pull when you're at Texas in order to make yourself relevant again. One is getting a new coach. One is just leaking word that maybe Jim Harbaugh or Nick Saban is interested in moving to Austin. And then the other is just floating out word that you're thinking about putting your nuts on the table and making the Big 12 beg for you to stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah, and they did this 10 years ago. They tried to go to the Pac-12. They batted their eyes at the Pac-12, and then they, got a bunch of TV money and everything. So I don't know. It's all weird. All right, so the other thing that's happening in Texas is Jerry Jones has basically said that he's going to kill a person.
Yeah, kill a person or worse.
He said, this is his quote, "I'm not trying to be sacrilegious here, but I'm not trying to be sacrilegious here, but the facts are that I would right now, if I could, and I knew I had a good chance to do it, I would do anything known to man to get into a Super Bowl." Wow.
Hot seat Mike McCarthy.
Whoa.
You think would Mike McCarthy die for a Super Bowl? That's the next step up from Mike Vrabel, which is I'll cut my penis off. If there's a coach out there it's like, you can execute me at midfield after the Super Bowl is over, and I want to go out a winner.
Yeah, it's
smash me like a watermelon, Jerry.
He wants to kill someone, I think. Do
you think Mike McCarthy would kneel down onto like a cinder block and rest his head on it?
Yes.
And have Jerry Jones smash his skull in?
Yes. Mike McCarthy was cool guy Mike. Do you see those glasses?
Yeah, he looks awesome.
He showed up in.
That's Cali Mike.
That's Hard Knocks Mike.
Yeah, Oxnard
he knows
Mike.
He's going to be on Hard Knocks.
Oh, I can't wait for him to do the Sean McVay shirtless in a swimming pool.
Yeah, that would be a sight to be seen.
Hard Knocks with the Cowboys is going to be great. Jerry Jones is going to do. He's going to dominate the entire thing. It might as well just be the Jerry reality show.
I think we're 2 weeks away. I saw it was like August 10th or something.
I can hear the sprinklers.
2 weeks from today, Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
We got football.
Yeah, we have David Baker coming up, talking about the Hall of Fame game. We actually, so like I said, Wednesday is the Takies. Get ready because Grit Week's coming up too. We're going to do Grit Week, middle of August. We'll actually need someone's house to watch Hard Knocks at.
Yeah, it's a tradition, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know what city we'll be in, but we will need someone to let us come over and watch Hard Knocks at their house.
Is that a Tuesday night thing?
Tuesday night thing.
Where is Grit Week this
Tuesday.
year?
Grit Week, we're going back to basics, baby. We're doing the Rust Belt with the addition of Washington D.C. So we're doing D.C., Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Buffalo. Maybe not fully guaranteed, but somewhere around there.
We've kind of outlined our general route.
Yeah.
And then once the guests start filling themselves in, we'll make little day trips out.
Back to basics. We're going to fucking do it up. Grit Week 2021. And should we call it Grit Week 2020?
It's Grit Week 2020,
like the Olympics?
Well, I wish that's what I said to PFT earlier. I said I wish we had canceled the Takies.
Fuck.
I wish we had canceled the Takies last year, so this year we could call it the 2020 Takies.
Yeah.
But I'm down for calling this Grit Week 2020.
Okay. Even though we have the sign right there that Jake just pointed out to.
Yeah, that was more of a day, Grit Day.
That was fun. The 24-hour live stream was fucking fun.
I'm still drunk.
We're far enough away from it now where I can say it was fun. Mm-hmm. Mario Party was a revelation.
Yeah,
which we got to play some more.
We should do that on the road.
Yeah,
on the bus, on the Grit bus. A little Mario Party on the go.
Hank just looked at us like, you guys.
Well, we can play. We can't
again.
stream it, but we could definitely play.
I wasn't talking about streaming. I was talking about just for us.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get ready to do it. So we have Mount Rushmore season. Mount Rushmore season is here. Before we get to Mount Rushmore, it's brought to you by our friends at Cross Country Mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage is much like us at Barstool. People first group of people. Getting a mortgage shouldn't be scary. You should be saving money by owning a home, not renting a home and throwing your money away. And you can do it with Cross Country Mortgage. Maybe you're not deciding to buy a home right this second, but Cross Country Mortgage can help you plan for the future. They are people first people. They are ready to talk to you. All it takes is a quick phone call or go online to their website, and they will start getting the wheels in motion so that you can get your dream of owning a home. Also, you can refinance. If you need to refinance, that also is Cross Country Mortgage's expertise. So rates are at an all-time low. They may never get this low again. Call today for a fast, free rate quote. Our partners will save you a lot of money. Call today and our friends at Cross Country Mortgage will give you a free home valuation that is free to you just for calling. Just like the all-star athlete, Cross Country Mortgage pushes themselves through the entire lending process. If they get blocks, they figure out ways around to get the ball over the line. Don't miss the window as rates are expected to creep up. Reach out to them and see what they can do for you. And when you connect with Cross Country Mortgage, tell them Barstool sent you. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/Barstool to learn more about your future home buying experience or refinance your current mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029. All loans subject to underwriting approval. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Okay, it is time. It is finally time. It is Mount Rushmore season. We're ready to roll. This year, little wrinkle, we have 4 teams drafting. Hank, PFT, myself, and then the combo of Billy and Jake. Let's just ask... Jilly, yep. Yeah. Let's just ask real quick, how did the meeting go beforehand when you guys were talking? Is there a strategy? Are you guys going to be able to work together? Is there a clear alpha? Give it to us. There it is, and Matt answers that. Jake gets to the mic first.
If you saw Billy leaned forward to get to the mic, saw that Jake was going to beat him, and then steered away to the right and pretended that he wasn't.
Yeah, like, oh, no, you go. No, you go.
I didn't even want to talk.
All right, I'll go.
No, it was Billy actually who made the alpha move to get us separate headsets so we could both hear. So
true alphas know when to concede.
I don't know if that's an alpha move because he probably was
nothing
like,
to do with this.
And it also is not an alpha move because he probably was like, if there's only one headset, it's clearly going to go to Jake,
which is true.
Yeah, so he just got himself a headset.
You know what Jake is? Jake's like a very supportive dad after a Little League baseball game, trying to find something positive that his son did to compliment him.
Yeah,
we have a master list, and we're just gonna go on the fly and see how it goes.
Are you going best player available, or are you going for need?
We'll see.
All right, so the draft today is going to be so all 4 professional sports leagues in America. We're going to be drafting. What's the actual definition that we're going to put on the top of the thing?
What team?
This
name
was shout out
would
to
be...
the AWL. They sent us in for an FAQ and we read it and we decided to save it.
Yes.
The official question was NFL. Oh, not NFL, so we're doing all 4 sports.
All 4 sports.
Power rankings based on how likely I am to eat the meat of the mascot.
Okay, so are we picking mascots or are we picking team names?
I don't think that we should do the true mascot.
Right,
so
right.
For example, I don't think it should be like the San Diego Chicken or whatever.
Right.
It's going to be, I don't know, a Golden State Warrior. I would consume a Warrior or something.
Or if you wanted to keep with San Diego, you would actually eat a, is that a priest? Or
a priest. You would eat a priest.
Yeah,
yeah, or you could go for the...
That's what a Charger is?
The Padres.
Padre, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what a fucking Padre was either.
It means father in Spanish.
All right, so here we go. So here's how we're going to select the order. It's going to be lottery number. Everyone pick a number. Closest to it gets to select the order. So they get to just decide what the order is going to be for today's show. And again, these are not official numbers. So if you hit it, it doesn't count on your permanent record.
Okay.
All right.
In that case, I'm going to go with 47.
Okay.
50.
Okay. Jake, Billy?
69.
All right, I'll go 21.
Hank, that was a dick move.
You just priced this right at him.
Yeah.
Now PFT has like 3 numbers to work with.
Anything over 69, we win.
Oh my God, it's gonna be 48. It's gonna be 48.
There we go.
That's perfect. All right, so PFT, you decide the order.
Hank's going last. So
Okay.
it's going to be me, Big Cat, Jilly, Hank.
Okay, and then it's a snake draft, so we're coming back around.
We invented the snake draft system.
We did. Everyone remember the time we got caught in the snake in Vegas?
Oh, it was so high.
Let's stay out of that. Let's stay out of getting eaten by the snake again. We can do this. We feel good about Mt Rushmore season. Okay, here we go. PFT.
All right.
All 4 major sports.
1-1. The first overall pick in this draft. I'm going to go with a nugget.
Ooh. Is that a gold nugget?
Well, so that's what we have to discuss.
Yeah, well, I mean, that...
Because
You just want to eat
It's
gold.
100% a gold nugget.
It's gold nuggets.
If you just use the word that the team is named after,
Which is what we're doing.
which is nugget, but they're not a gold nugget.
No, they are.
Yeah, that's
They
what
were
they
named
are.
after golden.
They're golden
I know,
nuggets.
I know,
They're
but
nuggets
it's-
of gold.
But the team name is not Gold Nuggets.
No.
It's
I don't think
Denver
that works.
Nuggets.
I don't.
No, it does work.
Yeah,
it's
but
just a terrible
Yeah,
pick.
it's a terrible pick.
Well,
Imagery.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Like, in an instance like that, can we transfer the meaning of the word?
I don't think so.
To the same
no,
word?
it's what it is. It's you were eating a nugget of gold.
I have some similar answers to you, PFT. I wouldn't have picked like that was more for later rounds, kind of like when you're out of good answers. But,
Yeah.
But hey.
Well, no. In that case,
No.
I wanna change my-
Whoa. What?
It's something that we have to discuss because we didn't set the ground. We didn't even know.
you
We
should
didn't
have
even know
asked
if we were
before,
drafting the
TFT.
actual Mount Rushmore season off to a contentious
back,
start.
Smart.
Stepped up to
Mount
the
Rushmore
podium.
season.
You could have asked these questions before you stepped to the podium. You literally said 1-1 is the Nuggets. You could have asked beforehand and then switched your answer.
We didn't know until 5 minutes ago whether or not we were taking the actual mascot or we were taking the team name. I feel like that's something we need to discuss.
Adam Silver doesn't walk up to the podium, say a name, and then go, "Oh wait, actually, I'm coming back, changing it."
I think we need to reassess then, if that's the case.
You gave a terrible answer, got told it was a terrible
not a
answer, and then
terrible
wanted to
answer.
change your answer. It's
not a terrible
That
answer.
doesn't happen.
Okay, all right. I
Check
will say
yourself.
that
I vote
he's.
no.
Check your
I
tone,
vote he
Henry.
can change it one time, just to start.
'Cause I
this
vote-
is the start of Mount Rushmore
Because
season. It's
I-
basically a false start on
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore
All right.
season.
And I
you
did
vote
you-
yes.
I
Liam
did you
votes
all
no.
a favor
I
by
vote
doing
no.
that.
Billy votes no.
So
Jake?
you get a nugget of gold.
Wait,
There's chicken minis
Jake,
anyway.
Jake and Billy don't get to vote.
Yeah, they do.
They get
do.
one vote.
Yeah, they voted no.
They get one vote,
No,
not
they
two
need
votes.
to vote, otherwise it's uneven.
Yeah.
They get two. They get one vote between the two of them.
Okay, well then it's still
It
no.
looks like I want it on the record that I sided with PFT there.
Thank you, Big Cat.
Yep, no problem. Do we have an alliance for
Yeah.
this Mount
Oh,
Rushmore
for sure,
season?
for sure. Let's fuck them up.
All right, my first pick, I will go. I went through all the teams and I was like, what is just the most edible thing? And I think it's the Miami Marlins. I would take the Marlins. I would eat a marlin.
Good
I think
pick.
that's something people actually eat, I believe. So they look delicious. They're cool fucking fish. Also, you can do the thing where you catch the fish, you eat the fish, and then you make a fake marlin and you put it over your TV.
And you get to do the thing where you pose next to the marlin that's like dangling by its tail next to you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
that's a great pick, Big Cat.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, if you cut off the snout of a marlin, that's actually a car stick.
Good point.
So I'll just use that as
Or a
well.
weapon.
Yeah.
like a Native American. Just use everything.
Correct.
You know that marlins they're not swordfish. Not the type you eat.
Yeah, but you can still eat a marlin, can you not?
Probably.
Okay.
We choose the Buffalo Bills.
Thank you for that.
All right, so
Bills.
you're
Okay.
taking a bill?
Yeah, we're taking
The Bills.
You're eating a bill. You're eating a guy named Bill. You're eating yourself, Billy.
You're sucking your own dick. Jesus
I
Christ.
thought it was a buffalo.
Is it not?
No, it's Buffalo Bill.
It's a bill. Yeah.
It's a bill.
It's yeah.
A guy named Bill.
It's Wild Bill.
You're eating a dead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
You
but
just
he's
did
eating-
what PFT did, even though you voted against PFT being able
Yep.
to change it.
Exactly.
Yes. I
Okay.
just really like buffalo steaks and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's not what you're
we're
eating.
I
talking-
know,
eating a
but that
guy.
was like really enamoring.
Yeah, but Billy, you,
No, but
you
I
also
think
understand.
Billy's right. I think the Bills are a buffalo.
No, you really understand that like Buffalo is
the name of the city, not the name of the.
It's actually
the
even
team.
a worse pick than the Denver Nuggets
Yeah,
because
they're not
Right,
buffaloes.
right,
it's
right.
The city of Buffalo.
The mascot is because
Correct.
of the name.
Correct.
That's such a good point.
Wait, but the imagery. The
Right,
the
no, I-
mascot.
yeah, no, we get it.
The
imagery
mascot
is-
is Billy Buffalo.
Right, but we
Yeah.
said we weren't going to eat mascots.
I thought we were eating mascots. I thought we were eating names.
Jesus. We're eating
It's the
names.
name of the team. So I'm eating a marlin. You're eating a bill.
Jake already knows that he fucked up. Jake, you should have let Billy pick the first one.
God damn it! This is actually such.
So we're
a
going
great,
after the names,
this is
not the
great
mascots.
First Mount Rushmore because we really suck.
Listen, we haven't had
Speak for
preseason
yourself.
to get us going into it.
Okay, all right, Hank. Let's see what you got.
1-4 Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep. Okay, that's
Edible.
a good pick.
That's kind of what I was going with. You were doing Big Cat. Just go down the list and what's actually edible.
Yep.
And then my number 2, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh.
Eat Lightning, crap Thunder.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that. Okay.
No, I'm picking this one, Billy.
Which one do you want?
We are eating something that you physically eat, and it's an Anaheim duck.
Oh, good
Ooh,
pick.
nice
Good
one.
pick.
That's
You
good.
eat duck. It's good.
Add it on my
It's
list
very
as
good.
well.
Duck is actually my favorite meat.
Okay,
If only you
I'm
had the first pick, you could have taken it.
gonna eat.
Shut the fuck up, Hank.
I'm gonna eat something that I like. It would be cool because they don't exist anymore. But I'm gonna eat a Toronto Raptor. I'm gonna eat a raptor, a dinosaur. That's pretty. I mean, imagine how expensive. You think like Kobe beef is expensive? How about a fucking raptor beef?
Yep.
Just tastes like chicken.
Okay, great.
Good pick.
I'm not eating a guy named Bill.
It is a fraud dinosaur, though.
I don't care.
All
I'd be a fucking rich man to be like, yeah, I've eaten some dinosaur.
Okay, duck was going to be my next pick. That's a great pick on Jake's part. So instead, I'm going to go with a diamondback. That does taste like chicken.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake's actually delicious if you fry it up. You get a little dipping sauce.
Yep.
And then my next one is going to be... There's so many nervous little birds out there in the NFL. If you want to pick an NFL team, you either have to decide between like a human, a cat, or a nervous bird.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to go with a penguin.
Ooh.
I would eat a penguin.
That's
fucked
sad.
up. That is fucked
That's
up.
really fucked up.
No, they're,
Dude, after all they're dealing with climate change and like, their entire world's getting
Hank,
completely
they're overpopulated. I'm culling the herd.
Man, that is kind of fucked up. I'm not going to lie. Like, just sad.
You
know?
have to admit, though, like their diet gives them a nice layer of fat.
Yeah.
It's probably a delicious treat.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
All right. I'm next going to eat a Tampa Bay Ray. I'm going to eat a Ray. What? That's they're you can eat those,
I feel
right?
like there's not a lot of meat on the ray.
It's still meat.
It's probably poisonous.
Is it?
I don't
Or
think so.
probably.
I don't think that. No, stingrays don't have poison.
Yeah.
Do they?
Well,
and I also
that's how-
I do hold the record for the most stingray pets. So at the Shed Aquarium. What did you just say? Steve Irwin. Yeah, Steve Irwin. So I'm getting revenge for Steve Irwin.
But the poison.
No, that's their stinger.
He just got
Which
stabbed.
also is a car stick. I now have 2 car sticks.
He got stabbed in the heart. I don't think it was a venom issue.
Yeah, it wasn't like he pet it. I've pet a lot of rays. Have
Yeah.
you?
No.
Rays are
Exactly.
actually very friendly as long as you don't swim directly over them and
Yeah.
yell at them in an Australian accent.
So back off.
We're going with a dish that the Japanese do really well: dolphins.
That's fucked up.
Also,
After
Subway sandwiches.
everything we've done to try and educate people on the terrors of dolphin on the show.
You can just go down the street and get a foot-long tuna at Subway.
The worst part about
half
killing
dolphin at this
and the
point.
worst part about killing a dolphin is they know you're about to kill it. They'll look you in the
Yeah.
eyes and be like, "Really, bro?
This
You're
guy's
gonna do this to me?
This guy's
They
gonna
can
eat
feel pain. Are you gonna kill the dolphin slowly?
Just old-fashioned way, harpoon.
Just choke it out?
Just bring them into a cove and slaughter them all.
That's the old-fashioned way, is just stabbing a dolphin with a harpoon.
Dolphins
Yeah.
would make good MMA fighters and never show their neck.
right.
It's just one big long one.
You get the big blowhole too.
Yeah. You'd probably plug that
You
blowhole.
stuff blowhole.
All right, Hank, coming back around.
This is my last 2, right?
Yeah.
Kansas City Royals, eat the rich.
Oh, nice, Hank. Good one. Jeff
And
Bezos.
For
Shout
my
out AOC.
final, I mean, everyone says eat the rich. I want to see how it tastes. And my final one, I'll go with the Minnesota Twins.
Guys
Twins.
love twins.
And twins, yeah.
Uh-huh. Surprised you didn't take the Red Wings.
Okay.
I don't get
Billy, Jake. They're having trouble now.
All right. Do people actually eat that?
Yeah.
Apparently, people in Europe eat Broncos.
Oh.
Horse.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think, do the Spanish eat horse?
I think it was in like the Swedish IKEA they were eating horse.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
the
yeah,
meatballs.
that's right.
Yeah.
Now, if I had to choose between a horse, I would probably go with a colt or a filly over a bronco, right? I feel like
Yeah.
the bronco would be tough and stringy from all the... Because it's an active outdoor animal.
Yeah. But I feel like, aren't Phillies like Philadelphians?
No, it's a horse. Philly.
Yeah, it's a horse.
It's a horse.
I know it's a Philly, but is it
female horse? Yeah.
It's a female.
Yeah, but
horse.
is it? Do they mean it that way, or is it?
I don't know.
Then why aren't the Phillies?
Yeah, I don't know. That's actually
I think
we've
it's
gotten into a
Philadelphians.
lot. We've gotten way ahead of our skis here. All right, my last pick. I'm gonna go with a drink. I'll go with the Lakers and just drink a whole lake. Minneapolis Lakers.
Now, is that people who go to lakes?
Then I'll eat them. They probably are full of water.
Because I was thinking that about the Brewers. I was like,
A actual brewer. Well, whatever it is, I feel confident with my pick. If it's drinking a lake, great. If it's eating someone who's on a lake, that's also great.
They're probably rich.
Yeah, they're probably rich. They're probably like an orthodontist, and they also probably, if they spend a lot of time on the lake, have a decent amount of water in their body. Okay, PFT.
I'm gonna go with the Kraken.
Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah,
And also, it's a rum
Yeah.
as well. So it could be I could get fucked up off the rum, or if you want to take it as the mythical creature, it's like Kraken calamari, giant calamari. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nick.
Okay, let's do a bonus Mount Rushmore because who knows if that one was good. Let's do the mascot. So now we're going to pick Mount Rushmore. We'll make 2 graphics, double Mount Rushmore to start off Mount Rushmore season. This is based solely on deliciousness of the mascot and how it looks. So we're actually eating the physical mascot if it was real and had meat on it, right?
Yep.
So if
Like the furry thing that runs
yes,
around.
yes, you're right, exactly. Okay. PFT.
All right, my 1-1 is going to be Gritty.
Okay.
Gritty from the Flyers. He looks delicious. He looks
does.
like he's
Should we
already
Reverse the order.
He looks like he's already covered in.
Do you want to
buffalo
reverse the
sauce,
order? That's
honestly.
actually
should.
fair. You're right.
No, I don't think that we
yeah,
should.
you're right. All right, Hank, you go 1-1.
All right. My 1-1 is going to be Gritty.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm throwing a
I
flag.
mean, it is fair to reverse the order.
I'm throwing a flag on it.
Also, we cut out the part where we decided to do this, and Hank said he would do 1-1 Gritty, so PFT would then try to steal it. All right, Billy and Jake. This, by the way, I only saw Jake looking up mascots during the intermission when we decided to do this.
dude, Lucky the Leprechaun.
Oh,
I'd eat the
okay.
shit out of a leprechaun.
You and Kyrie Irving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's he cursed himself.
Okay.
Yeah, you get esophageal cancer afterwards because remember he sprained the ankle that he used to step on Lucky.
Yeah. I just think it would be sick to eat a leprechaun.
Yeah.
I think that's
Get wishes.
racist.
Yeah,
What?
probably. It's anti-Irish, at least. All right, my first one, I'm going to eat the KC Wolf from the Chiefs. That wolf looks delicious.
Yeah.
And he kind of, like whenever he's doing fun shit in the end zone, he's got a big-ass belly.
Yeah, he's always
Eat
riding
that
around
fucker.
on the Segway too, so
Yeah.
you know he's not working too hard.
Right, not a lot of muscle
Some
on him.
tender little meat.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take Mariner Moose.
Okay, good
First of all,
pick. I had him on my list.
It's a value pick because there's just a lot of meat to work with.
Yep.
There. If
Yep.
you kill a moose, you eat good for at least a couple months, and then after I eat the moose, I'm gonna be so full. I'm not going to be very hungry, so my second pick is going to be the football team because they don't have a mascot.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give myself a little break to
So
recuperate.
that's a pass pick.
Yes.
Okay. My second pick, I'm going to go with, I'm going to eat Chuck the Condor. Remember the Clippers tried to make him a big thing? Ballmer was like, I'm going to make a mascot. He looks delicious. Chuck the Condor. He's got all kinds of weird colors. He's a fucking stupid-ass mascot. I don't even know what a condor has to do with L.A., but Chuck the Condor, you're getting your ass eaten by me.
All right, Big Cat, I know you're Mr. Meat, so we're going to go with Oklahoma City's Rumble the Bison.
Oh, good pick.
Got a lot of meat.
Rumble. Okay. Okay. Hank, you have 2.
That literally was my next pick. I will go with Pierre the Pelican.
Aha.
Scary looking dude.
Kind of like Chuck the Condor.
Yeah, but he's much scarier.
Yes, I'd agree.
All beak though.
Yeah.
That's more, I'm just like a hero. I'm just trying to help the world by taking him out.
Eating
Well,
him, yes.
also you get to eat whatever's still inside of his beak, so there could be bonus fish.
That's true.
And then I'll go with not a lot of great mascots. I'll go with the Cardinals Rally Squirrel is apparently their mascot.
You like squirrel?
Squirrel could be good.
Squirrel could be
Yeah,
good.
if you're in the woods, like I feel like if you were,
play Oregon
forced
Trail.
to survive on your own, a squirrel could get you by.
Yeah. Okay.
I've eaten squirrel.
Yeah. How was
surprising.
You
it?
just eat the hind legs. We're going to go with Benny the Bull.
Oh, that's
Okay.
mean.
That's some
He's one of
T-bones.
the best.
some
He's
cow.
one of the best.
Boom.
Yeah. All right. This one's kind of a fucked up one, but the Giants, San Francisco Giants mascot, Lou the Seal.
Yeah.
Cute as fuck.
Lou
Cute
Seal.
as a button. I would club that seal to death and eat him so fast.
I had that on my list too.
Yeah, he's a cute one.
Again, most of my picks, I think, come down to what type of meat is on it. I think a seal has a lot of blubber too.
Yeah, I'm going for pretty much cuteness, like like a muscular mascot. It's like, I don't want that.
Yeah. All right, so there are a lot of mascots out there that have bear-like tendencies. So I needed to determine, am I going to have a grizzly? I'm going to have Clark the Cub. Am I going to have a Boston
Staley.
Bruin? I'm going to go with Jazz Bear.
Oh.
Jazz Bear, if you look him up, Jazz Bear looks like the most delicious of the bear mascots. He's like a little bit furry, a little bit fat. He's pretty cute too, so I'm going to go with Jazz Bear.
Okay, that's sure. Oh yeah, that's a good pick. He is very furry. He actually looks like Teen Wolf.
Yep. And then for my last one, I think I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptor. He's kind of a goofy guy, not a very intimidating looking raptor as far as dinosaurs go. Especially when he's blown up, when they have the inflatable version of the Raptor.
Yep.
I feel like there's a lot of meat on that bone, so I'm going to go with the Raptor.
Okay, I will go with Orbit the Astros because he is the cutest of the mascots. Also just a weird, funny-looking dude. Don't know what he actually is. I think he might just be a star reincarnated. What is he? He's a green...
He's an alien.
He's a green alien. Want to eat that fucker. Big time. He's so cute. Look at his hat.
He is.
Yeah.
Ever notice
I would love to eat him.
Ever notice how mascots don't wear pants?
Yeah, it is weird.
Really strange.
Yeah, and then they photoshopped that huge dick on Clark the Cub.
Yep.
All right, last pick for Jake and Billy.
Do you want to take yours?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
We'll do the Cubs because it's like bear veal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So it's
That
like
is
young
baby
bear.
cub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What about the penis? You going to eat that?
There is no penis.
Well, you're all eating penises too.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no. All my
are you
animals
sure
were
that
female.
Orbit has a? I don't think Orbit has a dick. I'm looking at him right now. I do not think he does.
Well, I don't think the Cubs have a dick.
I can show you a picture of him
there's
having one.
Lots of pictures of Clark.
He has a dick?
Yeah.
Huge one.
Big wanger.
All right, Hank
I will go with Al the Octopus,
from.
the Red Wings.
But
Nice.
you hate calamari.
Well, yeah, but calamari is like fried. Like you can make octopus taste good. You don't have to just throw it in a deep fryer.
Grilled octopus?
Yeah, if you make octopus well, you get a good chef to actually cook it up, put some nice, spices and
Have
stuff
you
on
ever
it.
eaten octopus?
Sure.
I don't think that you have.
What part of calamari do you not like?
I think calamari is just fried sponge, basically.
So you don't like the octopus part?
I don't like the fact that it's fried. I think octopus, if you make it in a good way, is good, but fried calamari, people just like fried food. They're just asking for some fried sponge.
Fried
like
food
fried
is
food?
good. Yes.
Right, but
Do you eat onion rings?
yes.
And you don't eat calamari?
I don't like calamari. I think it's a trash appetizer. This is not about that. I don't know what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about now.
We're talking about, and this is, by the way,
relitigating.
this isn't like if you're in a restaurant. If you're in a restaurant, you have all the options in the world. No, I'm not going to eat fucking calamari. If it was a question of these are the mascots you have to choose to eat from,
Correct.
all of a sudden octopus becomes a lot more appetizing.
What about Hugo, a single hornet?
That seems like something you would pick.
Yeah. All right, so we'll put up both graphics. The graphics with the mascots, we'll just put the actual mascots because it's a visual thing. All right, Mount Rushmore season. I don't know if that started well. We'll see.
I think it did.
It was
Listen,
okay.
there's
It was bumpy. It's been a while.
We doing polls this year?
I don't care. Sure. Or not. I don't care. Billy, you seem like you have a strong... That's
I
the Billy.
think we'd win a lot.
You guys would win a lot? All right, so then let's put a bet out there. How many times do you have to win for it to be considered a lot?
Jake?
You have to win 50% of the polls?
So there's 4 teams.
It's 3 polls
So
a
we
week.
have to win more
Well,
than
I guess 4 this week.
25% to make it a lot.
That's not really a lot.
Yeah,
though.
that's not a lot.
That's just like
That's
a
just
statistical
slightly above
anomaly.
average.
we don't have to do like above 50%, like
Yeah, I
above
think you do.
25%.
Over 50% would be a lot.
How about let's
2
compromise?
out of 3 every week would be a lot.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
What about over 40%?
No, let's do like 30.
No,
not a lot.
No,
No, that's not-
That
you're
is a
not-
lot.
No, it's not.
That's
Okay,
more than
let's
a
not
third.
do polls.
Yeah, we just won't do it then.
You guys don't like polls, do you?
I said I'm fine with it.
I want to do polls. I'm competitive.
Are you?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you are.
Jake, what
Let's
do
do
you
it.
think for your team? You decide.
For a benchmark?
No, you just decide whether we're going to do the polls or not.
Sure.
Okay. All right, we'll listen to Jake.
Winner gets the Best in the Office title.
Okay, perfect. All right, that's the start of Mount Rushmore season.
We got David Baker from the Hall of Fame coming up next, but before we get to him, I want to remind you guys that Chevy Silverado is the strongest, most advanced, dependable, hard-working truck on the road. It's the most advanced Silverado ever. We're truck guys here, and when we're driving trucks, we're driving Chevy Silverados because it's big, it's bold, it's commanding. This truck turns heads. Silverados are dependable, just like the people who drive them. We have a partner with grit and determination when it comes to Chevy. Anything's possible. Silverado is a partner in that. You can tailgate season coming up. If you don't have a friend with a truck in your group, you should become that friend for tailgate season. Crowds are back. Tailgating is back. You can haul with the Silverado. You can tow with the Silverado. It's great for off-roading, moving day, helping out a friend or a family member. It's great for road trips. We love Chevy Silverado. It's the best truck on the road. And yes, when you buy a Chevy Silverado, whisper sensually into the Chevy Silverado dealer's ear, "Pardon my take." And they will give you a free tank of gas. They'll give you a free cup of coffee. Anything else? $100 off. $100 off.
Yep.
We think. We're not sure about that. But try it. Let us know if it works. Chevy Silverados are the best trucks on the road, and they are our favorite vehicle in the world. We love Chevy Silverados. Get one. Tell them the boys at Pardon My Take sent you. Up next, David Baker.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. He's a recurring guest. It is the president and CEO of the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. He is the one who knocks. It is David Baker. We haven't seen you in a couple years. We actually were reminiscing the last time we saw you in Miami right before the world went to shit. So it's great to see you. It's great to talk to you. It's great that there is a Hall of Fame game this year again. How are you doing? Are you excited to have fans back in the stadium? Is Canton ready to go? What's the vibe like?
Yeah, the last time I saw you guys, I think it was Super Bowl 55 in Miami, and I was knocking on the door to get you guys out of my room.
Yes.
Okay, because you were kind of hanging out there. But we've all been through a lot. 18 months of real challenge and sometimes fear. But we are excited to have the first full stadium for football in 18 months that we will have with the Hall of Fame game that'll kick off the NFL's 102nd season. And then we're going to have a couple great enshrinements, gold jacket presentation. It is going to be, I think, one of the greatest gatherings in football ever. We'll have 161 Hall of Famers. Fox will do the game, and then the NFL Network and ESPN will do the enshrinements. And I hope somehow you guys will have the opportunity to come here, be part of it, and come visit your goldfish.
Larry, yes.
R.I.P. Larry.
Yes.
We would love to do something like that. I'm excited to see a football stadium that's absolutely filled with people as well. I'm looking forward to it. This is one of my favorite weekends of the year because it's that first robin of spring that reminds you that football is officially coming back. And so I can't wait for it. I'm curious to know, you guys have a lot of big names this year. Yeah, like Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, a lot of big names that are getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. How did you determine which guy gets to go last?
Well, normally I will tell you that's an extra interesting question, PFT, because normally what we do is we put kind of the most popular marketing guy last, so that the viewers will hang in there and do it. But in recent years, starting probably when I got here with Michael Strahan to Kurt Warner, those guys have gone on after midnight because the speeches end up being so long. This year we have what we say is twice the fun in 21 because we have the Centennial class, which again, that was originally going to be 20 Hall of Famers for 2020, which was going to be the most ever. We had to cancel the Centennial, and then we went with 2021, which has Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Tom Flores, a whole lot of other popular guys. So we have 28 guys who will be enshrined in these two classes. We took care of 9 who were posthumous the last night of the draft, Saturday night of the draft, and enshrine those posthumous Hall of Famers. That leaves us 19. So on Saturday night, we will do, we'll do 11 of the guys, and then the rest will be done, 12 of them actually on Saturday night. We'll do 7 on Sunday night, and that'll be the class of 2021. And what we've done this year is we've asked guys to keep their speeches to 6 minutes. And at 8 minutes, we will play off like the Academy Awards where guys get. And if they don't leave, finally, it's going to be up to me to go out there and drag them away from the microphone. But I think everybody is abiding by that and doing a good job. And I think it's going to be really, really special.
So this class, like PFT said, has some big names. I was watching the video of you presenting. It was a little different because some of it had to be outside, so it wasn't all Knox. The Peyton Manning one, though, I was very curious. You did a great job of surprising him, but can you surprise Peyton Manning with the Hall of Fame? Because he was born a Hall of Famer. Like, he knew he was going to be in the Hall of Fame essentially his entire career. Was there a moment maybe when the cameras were off, it's like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Maybe not exactly like this, but we obviously were going to have this interaction at some point.
Big Cat, I'll tell you, I'm not sure his entire life he thought he was going to be in the Hall of Fame, because at some point he was an 8-year-old or 10-year-old guy that was starting that journey. And he started with an incredible dad, Archie Manning. I just love Archie. He has done so much for the game. But, his dream was to probably be the best he could be. And he knew it took 10 seconds for him to get in the Hall of Fame. Mike Chappell from Indianapolis did his presentation, and I think all he said was, Peyton Manning dropped the mic.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to make a presentation. Everybody knew he was going to be. Peyton knew I was going to be knocking on his door. I knew I was going to be knocking on his door. But the question was, how could we do it effectively? So, frankly, Peyton's wife and, some of the guys, Patrick Smythe at the Denver Broncos, helped us a great deal. And we tried to create something that would be special for him. And he has great respect for the people who invested in his life. And so we had his high school coach on video. We had his college coaches, some of whom were in person. We had his every pro coach that had coached him kind of be there at Mile High. And then finally I walked in. And I want to tell you, it was special for him. And here's what I learned about this. And I know you guys love the game, so you'll get this. When I told him that he was going to Canton and we were going to guard his legacy forever, and thank you for all he's done for the game, I don't think I was telling that 45-year-old polished pitchman that we know Peyton Manning to be. I think I was telling that 8-year-old or 10-year-old kid with all these people who helped him get here. And it was dramatic. It was special. And then we went on to a number of other places. That night, I ended up with Calvin Johnson in Detroit.
Yeah. And, I wanted to ask a question about Calvin. Was there any moment where you like, hey, Calvin, are you really retired? Because he's a guy who could step in tomorrow and produce for an NFL team. He retired a little short. Did that ever come up in the conversation when you guys did the deciding who's going to be in the class, or maybe when you knocked on his door in Detroit?
Yeah, it didn't come up in my conversation with him. For us, we were talking about what he'd contributed already. And when I got there, it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was 19 degrees below zero. I knock on his door. He comes. We weren't allowed to go inside because of NFL COVID policies, so he had to come out. He's barefooted, and again, he was overwhelmed. He was crying. And at the end of the time, when the guys had all their footage and everything, he turns to me and he says, "Are you going back to Canton?" And I said, "No, we've got a few more doors to knock on." And I'll never forget what he said. He said, "Oh, you're going to go collect the more tears, aren't you?" and again, that's what it means to these guys. They're not thinking about how much money they make. They're not thinking about their statistics. They're thinking about their journey. They're thinking about their mom and dad, or their dad who kept them from quitting, or their mom that drove them to practice, or their coach that helped them to be more, or their teammates that got them there. It was very, very cool.
You mentioned Archie Manning. But also, I feel like we need to talk a little bit about Olivia Manning. I feel like Olivia Manning should be nominated for the Hall of Fame as a contributor, because Archie Manning had a solid career, right? Pretty good career for the Saints, but was not a Hall of Famer. His sons are now Hall of Famers. Where do you think they got that extra boost from? Probably from Olivia, right?
Probably from Olivia. And by the way, Christian McCaffrey, everybody thinks it's Ed McCaffrey. And frankly, his mom was a world-class sprinter. So I think he got some speed from her. I think that's true of a lot of guys who play in the NFL. The dads kind of provide them some exhortation and some encouragement, but their moms are the ones who keep them going and give them the love to never give up. But yeah, Olivia, and I got to tell you, Archie is a special man. not just as a football player, but I've always regarded him as one of the great fathers. He's a Hall of Fame father, not because of what his kids did, but Archie lost his dad when he was a sophomore at Mississippi, and I think he understood how important it was for him to be a dad to not only to Peyton and Eli, but to Cooper. And again, that's the cool part about this job. I think every fan should have this job if you could. Let's let everybody do it for a day, because not only do you get to deliver some great news or give a gold jacket, but you get to see behind the scenes the real emotions, the real perseverance, the real courage that made these guys great. I mean, respectfully for you and your fans and listeners, we all think they fell out of bed great. And I'm here to tell you, not one of them did. They all had to overcome something, and they had to overcome it again and again. And it's pretty cool that we get to see it. And hopefully from that, guys, learn that you don't have to be a football player to have a Hall of Fame life. And frankly, watching them and learning from them can make you guys better broadcasters. It can make me a better dad. It can make us a better community and a better country.
So can you walk us through what the process was of getting Roger Goodell's chair inducted into the Hall of Fame? we have a bone to pick with you. That's not a Hall of Fame worthy chair. So did he just tell you, did he call you up and was like, hey, Dave, listen, this chair's going in the Hall of Fame. There's nothing you can do about it. Or maybe you had more of a say than I'm letting on. You just explain to us how that process goes down.
Let me tell you, I begged for that chair.
Oh, come on.
All those fans that were in that was the chair that was in his basement. And here's the deal, by the way, with it, okay? He said we could have it, but he was loaning it to us. He wasn't giving it to us because when the season gets started, the official regular season, he wants that chair back in his basement so he can watch his games.
Okay. I don't know. I think what really happened was Mrs. Goodell was like, you need to get this chair out of my house. I hate this thing. Every guy's got a piece of furniture that their wife wants out of the house. And she was like, we're sending this to the Hall of Fame. We're getting it out. You don't have a say in it, Roger. That's what I think happened.
That may be great. Let me tell you, it's a big chair. And you guys know, you've been with me. You know how big I am. Okay. This is my kind of chair. I think both of you guys could sit in this chair. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get that picture of both of you guys sitting in Roger Goodell's chair. But I thought it was a nice piece of deal. I mean, I thought it was pretty smart of them to go back to that time in his basement and again, I will tell you, there's all kinds of controversy, and the commissioner, bless his heart, man, the guy is a lightning rod for every piece of controversy. But I will tell you this from my perspective, gentlemen, and by the way, I know that, your station has a little bit of problem with the commissioner, okay? But I will tell you that last year was an incredible year. When we were locked in our homes, when we were afraid, when we didn't know what the next day held, the NFL, announced their schedule. They had a virtual draft. They started the season on time. And by the way, the Big Ten canceled half its games. The Pac-12 probably didn't pay that many. And the NFL played all 256 games, played all playoff games, finished the Super Bowl with a 43-year-old quarterback on time, and they did it safely. And I think for us that were out there, it was not just great entertainment and good football, which I needed. Frankly, it was a great message that maybe, these were blacks and whites and Hispanics, and these were management and unions and networks, and everybody came together. I mean, look at Alex Smith, no excuses. When the Broncos didn't have a quarterback, they could have forfeited, okay, but they went and found some guy off their practice squad. When the Detroit didn't have a coach, okay, they found guys out of the film room and the scout room. Everybody kept going, and they came together and they carried on. And to me, that was a great message that, hey, if they could do that, maybe we can get our economy going.
Yeah, you're a optimist and a great diplomat. Let's talk about something a little more serious. On the serious side, I'm looking at the 10-day forecast right now. It's going to be mid to high 80s in Canton the week of all of these events. What's our sweat strategy this year? What are we thinking?
Well, listen, you probably know, and there's been plenty of evidence out there to show it. I can sweat in a freezer.
Yeah,
okay?
You sweat through a suit, like actually the suit jacket, everything.
Yeah, and I'll go through probably about 10 or 12 suits, Big Cat, during this time. But what I'm going to try to do is stay inside as much as possible, and then just run outside when I got to do something, and then run back inside.
Okay.
But it's Canton, Ohio, and it's going to be humid, and we're going to have a lot of people here. But it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Going to get back to David Baker in a second, but before we do, I hope you're listening to this podcast on a great pair of headphones. I hope, actually better than that, I hope you're listening to a great pair of custom fit earbuds from Ultimate Ears. The Ultimate Ears Fits True Wireless earbuds are actually the best in the business. With how much we rely on our devices, it's easy to forget about the hardware that we're born with, like the ear. The ear is same as human fingerprints. No two are exactly alike. That's why your earbuds probably cause you some discomfort, even physical pain after a while. Well, with the Ultimate Ears Fits, they are going to have a customized molding experience that's going to fit your ears better than any earbuds that you've ever worn in your entire life. If you use your earbuds to work out, guess what? You know the importance of having a pair that fit comfortably. And the Ultimate Ears Fits True Wireless system, that is going to be the best fitting earbud that you'll ever put in your ears. They're the world's most comfortable earbuds. They have premium sound and all-day comfort. You get a guaranteed perfect fit in 60 seconds. Ultimate Ears Fits will stay put when you're on the go, but also feel ultra comfortable so you can wear them all day long without pain, without discomfort. It's the most important thing about wearing a pair of earbuds is that they fit comfortably and they sound great. If you try Fits and you don't love them as much as we do, no worries. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, plus you get free shipping, free returns, and a 1-year warranty. For a limited time, get 15% off your pair of Ultimate Ears Fits True Wireless earbuds at ue.com/fits. That's ue.com/fits. Use promo code PMT at checkout. You get 15% off with promo code PMT at ue.com/fits. I can't wait for it. I read online today that you at one point did a weight loss challenge with Roger Goodell. Did you beat him? Please tell me you beat him.
No, I didn't beat him. I mean, the guy doesn't have a weight problem. I have, what was it from Tommy Boy where he said, I have what people call a weight problem. And I'm 400 pounds, okay? And I did everything I could. I actually tried to cheat. So I would send him chocolates and I would send him cakes. And one time he was having an annual meeting for the NFL with his owners. And I believe it was someplace like, Houston. And I had the hotel send him a banana split during the meeting. and I did everything I could, but I didn't win it. And he's still after me. But some things like Tommy Boy aren't going to change.
Yeah, you know what, though? You're the winner in our minds because anything against Roger Goodell, we're going to side with the other side. I love the suit, by the way, right now. The pinstripe suit, the classic suit. You look like a detective in a Dick Tracy movie right now. I kind of like it.
Yeah, this is actually my Beetlejuice suit. Right
okay.
Here. I am ready, for whatever may occur. But we'll have a lot of suits. We'll get really wet, but we'll have a lot of smiles.
Yes. Yes. That's a fact. I don't know if we asked you this when we first interviewed you. Are you eventually going to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I'm in the Hall of Fame right now, okay, but I will never be one of those guys who have a gold.
Are you sure?
I don't think you can tell the story of professional football without mentioning you.
You know what, guys? I'll tell you that you may find yourself very soon before I leave being a selector if you keep that kind of thinking going.
Yes.
Because I could get you guys as a selector there in the room where we select the guys sometimes. But no, I think it's reserved for some people who, like I told you before, there have been 330 million young men, including you guys, I'm sure, that have played this game of football, and now women, by the way, at some level. There's only 5 million that have played it in college, only 29,000 who've ever been paid to play it, coach it, or officiate it in the National Football League. There's only, as of today, 335 bronze busts. It's not the Hall of very, very good, or as you guys were pitching to me the last time we were together, the Hall of Mediocrity. I remember that. Okay, I'm sure you guys have advanced that idea along the way. It is the Hall of Fame. It is the elite. It is the very best. So I've got way too much respect for it to ever think that there'd be a guy like me who sweats this much to be in it.
I think that you're being very humble right now. That exact attitude that you have right now is what will get you into the Hall of Fame one day. I'm going to make sure of it as a selector. You brought up something interesting because you talked about the NFL specifically. What about other professional football leagues? What about the Mexican Football League with Trent Richardson? Is there a chance that if he dominates that league enough, he could one day end up in the Professional Football Hall of Fame?
Well, let me give you an example. I always felt that we are the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, we're most identified with the NFL because it's the dominant brand that's out there. But we have records on everybody. And by the way, we got 335 guys who have a bronze bust, but everybody who ever played even one game in the NFL has an archive here. So you may know that I've got a son that played almost 8 years with the Falcons, and we've got an archive on him. Archie Manning, who's not in the Hall of Fame, we've got an archive on him. Our goal is to keep the history of the game, to honor the heroes of the game, to preserve its history, promote its values, to celebrate excellence everywhere. But I always thought an interesting guy for this was Kurt Warner. You know, Kurt Warner had been the MVP of the Arena Football League, had been the MVP of NFL Europe, and then he comes along and he's the MVP of the NFL and he's Super Bowl MVP. And that's a guy who makes it not just on Warren Moon. Warren Moon made it here. Warren Moon's a fascinating story. He's all everything, but at a time when race is even more divisive than it is now. He's the player of the state in California, but he doesn't get offered to a four-year college, so he goes to a JC. He then goes to Washington. He becomes the MVP of the Rose Bowl, but he doesn't get drafted, so he goes to the Canadian Football League. He plays in the Canadian Football League for 6 years until finally he's picked up in the NFL. And the NFL, he plays another 16 years, and he's in the Hall of Fame. But there's a lot of guys like that, and, yeah, we take note of that. Matter of fact, we've got a deal this week that is the Women's Tackle Football League Championship being played here in Canton. So anything that's football, we're going to be all over it.
I love that you're just you're like a treasure chest of great feel-good stories, and you just have them like a Rolodex in your mind. Has there ever been a time that you cried presenting someone else?
Yeah.
Give us the most you've cried. What was the person that you knocked on their door and then you just couldn't hold it in, you started crying?
Well, and again, I love kidding around with you guys, and we have a lot of fun when we're together, and I think there's a mutual respect. But I got to tell you, I knocked on the door of Jerry Kramer, and he waited 45 years to get in the Hall of Fame. When I knocked on the door of Randy Moss, I'll tell you, he came to the door, he started crying, and he came to the door as this star, this incredible mega star that was, when you're a star, it's kind of about you. And I think I saw him transform into this incredible ambassador for the game, and I have great respect for Randy Moss. But I can tell you, we call this the most inspiring place on earth. And the reason we do is we have so many people who come here, guys who are terminally ill, have 1 week to live. And this is a big bucket list item for it. One day we're in our office and we're looking out the window and our stadium is under construction. So there's vehicles and there's a mom and dad out there, and they're pouring the ashes of their son out on our field. And that stuff happens all the time. Yesterday, I got an email from a young kid who's, we saw him when he was 10 years old. The Make-A-Wish Foundation had reached out, and he was terminally ill with cancer. We went to Israel. He's in Israel. And we had Joe Montana and a whole bunch of other guys, Roger Staubach, and they love this kid up, as we should. His dad wrote me yesterday, and he's been in remission for 5 years, and he's coming to the Hall of Fame in August. And I'll tell you, there's just so much stuff out there that happens every day that, frankly, it gets lost here sometimes, that there's so much of it. But it's a great game. What you guys do every day and talk about it and kidding about it and getting insights on it. It grows the game, and it has an impact on people. So thank you.
Yeah. Do you ever still just walk through the museum by yourself, through the Hall of Fame, and I know we talked last time about John Madden saying that at night the statues come alive and they talk to each other. Do you ever walk through still by yourself looking at things, and do you ever have a conversation with the busts?
PFT, this is that time of year right here, and where my staff is in here. Sometimes they're in here at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, even to midnight, because we got so many people coming to town and so much to take care of. And there have been times when I was the last one here and I walked out, and you kind of take a stroll through that bronze bust gallery. And it is, it is the Sistine Chapel for all of us who love the game. It is the heart, the soul, the values, of the virtues of this game. And I've never talked to a bronze bust like Coach Madden. And again, when you sit down with him, he takes that very seriously. He will not give it up. He's absolutely convinced that they talk to each other. And if they did, I'm sure it would be Warren Sapp that I'm hearing all the time. But the fact of the matter is, we play the enshrinement speeches of guys just outside the gallery 24/7. And there's a lot of times, not just late at night when I'm here alone, but sometime during the day, where Chris Carter will be up there. Or one night I was in there at midnight and John Elway was talking about his sister and dad who had just died. And I actually came back in and shot him an email on it. But yeah, our job is to keep their legacy alive. And again, the guy who has this job 100-day bakers from now, and that guy will still probably be talking to the two of you, but that guy's job will be to keep their legacy alive.
My last question, and this has been fantastic as always. I know that you can't tell us how a vote's going to go. I know you don't get a vote, right? You're in the room, but you don't.
I run the meeting,
right?
Administer it, but I don't vote.
Right. So my question to you is, Julian Edelman retires. Now, I'm not going to ask you whether he's a Hall of Famer. I'm going to ask you instead, do you love when Hall of Fame debates rage on in the media? Because that's kind of been, he retires and it becomes a week-long Hall of Fame debate. I have to imagine you kind of like that because it's people are talking about the Hall of Fame and they frame their arguments around the Hall of Fame. That's a win for David Baker.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a win for the game. And I have been in some incredible debates. And I will tell you that these guys who are the selectors, whether that's Sal Paolantonio from ESPN or Peter King from SI, or they're elite media guys, and they do take it enormously seriously. And which is why you have to have a 400-pounder control the discussion because it can get intense sometimes. But they've been wonderful discussions that I wish every fan could hear. And we've tried to take bits and pieces and do it in a way where we guard confidentiality but can share what we can with fans. But I will tell you, I on one of the trips we took to Israel, twice we've taken 20 Hall of Famers. On one of those, Julian Edelman was on the trip because Robert Kraft was kind of our sponsor for the trip, and he wanted Julian to come. He's Jewish, and it was a big deal. And I told him, I said, it's probably not me, but I hope someday, there's someone like me knocking on your door. And I think he is a tough, tenacious kid. He went to school at Kent State, just down the road here, and I've seen that happen. We've got Jason Taylor. His speech at the enshrinement. He went to Akron, I believe, and his deal was 20 years to go 20 miles. But again, there are guys. Drew Pearson is a good one who. It took Drew Pearson a long time to get in the Hall of Fame. Ray Guy, it took him 29 years. Obviously, Jerry Kramer took him 45. Not everybody makes it as a first ballot Hall of Famer. And once you're in, you're in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it should be hard. It should be tough. It ain't easy. That's why it's the Hall of Fame and not the Hall of Mediocrity.
Yes.
Which we're still working on. Yes. We're fleshing out that idea.
Going back. When I finish this, I want to come work for you guys.
Yeah. You talked about the play it off music that you have in store for people after 8 minutes. Have you figured out what song you want to use for that?
No, we haven't. You guys got a suggestion?
I would say the Fox NFL injury music song would be. It's going to be on Fox, so they do the like really soft version of that might be good.
Let me see if I can get that done for you guys, and you guys will know. Hey, that was me.
Yeah.
In a way, very cool.
We'll have made the Hall of Fame at that point.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is awesome. Thank you for coming on. It's always great to talk to you.
Yes.
And listen, I think highly of you guys. You're a lot of fun, and I do. I think you have a lot of fun, but you have enormous respect for the game.
We do. We do.
It also helps that you're you and we're us, and so if we feel like we're disrespecting the game, we're far too intimidated to vocalize that.
Well, come on down. I'll let you both sit in Roger Goodell's chair at once. Take care, guys.
All right. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
David Baker was brought to you by our great friends over at Coors. Coors' Time for That Beer campaign is here. You probably heard people say we should get a beer when all this is over about 1,000 times in the last year and a half. Well, now Molson Coors is going to hold your friends accountable for getting those beers that they said they would. So now Miller Lite, Coors Light, Blue Moon, Peroni, and Leinenkugel are teaming up to help you hold your friends accountable. You just take a screenshot of a message from a friend saying that you should get a beer when this is over. Share it on social with hashtag Time for That Beer. Then go to the bar, upload your receipt for a beer from one of the brands listed above at timeforthatbeer.com/rebate, and the beer is on us. That's timeforthatbeer.com/rebate. Get a Miller Lite, a Coors Light, a Blue Moon, a Peroni, or a Leinenkugel by going to that website, timeforthatbeer.com/rebate. Go to timeforthatbeer.com to get the beer that you said you would on us. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Okay, let's wrap up. We got Fyre Fest of the week. Henry, you moved?
I did move. It's over now, though, so it's like I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder. I feel like a new man. I'm happy. It was a long week. It sucks. Moving is, it's one of those things where during the process I thought about like tweeting or being like, moving sucks, but there's no point because everyone knows moving fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm. So, one question.
Yes.
I actually, moving sucks.
Sucks.
Moving out sucks.
Sucks.
The sneaky worst part, though, is when you move in and you think you're done and you're not. Like, you have, a 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
Of getting shit set.
I don't even care about that, though, because it's just like,
okay.
I'm on my own, so it's like I can go as, take my time with it. I'm by football season. I want to be fully moved in, situated.
Okay,
everything.
so you have enough time.
I'm not worried about that part of it.
It is like that feeling of, when you're about to move, you're like, all right, this is going to really suck. And then you get everything out of your old place and you get everything into your new place and you're like, woof, done. And then the second wave of suck creeps up on you where you're like in the 3 days later, you're like, where the fuck did I put this? Or where is this? Why don't I have this? Why I need a new couch? Like all these things.
To that point, Big Cat, I did a horrific job packing and then I just took a bunch of boxes and my labeling was so bad because I moved. So yesterday I was like, oh, I need to find this, this, and this. And then the labels were just like stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that is definitely
you're gonna have a
delay. Yeah, that's going to delay me really diving into those boxes.
Did you have anything that you packed up in this move that you hadn't yet really unpacked from your last move?
There was a couple. There was an old suitcase that I had that I opened it up and it was like old stuff from my old apartment that I was like, oh, I'll just bring this to my new apartment and deal with it then. And then I was like, what's in this suitcase? And I was like, oh, this is from like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite part about moving is rediscovering old stuff that you thought that you'd need and you absolutely don't need it.
But yeah, the Fyre Fest though is yesterday. I moved all my stuff out of my apartment. I had to go back to do like one last trip, pick up all the scraps and stuff and leave. And I was there and I had to take a shit. And then I sat down, started taking a shit, and realized there was no toilet paper. And so I just took a shower.
Nice.
That's all.
I've done that
I was
before.
sitting there. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? What?
Yeah.
You got to improvise sometimes.
Yeah.
What's your water pressure like at the new spot?
I haven't taken a shower yet because I bought a shower curtain and it didn't come with the clamps.
These are the things I'm talking about.
I haven't showered in like 3 days.
Yeah.
I guess that's another Fyre Fest.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We have a shower here.
Go shower.
We'll wait.
Go hit the showers.
Well, I guess I did. I mean, I did an ass shower.
Yeah, I was going to say you just
wait.
You just said that
you didn't shower.
I didn't have anything. I just literally got in the shower, like wiped my ass,
and then got out.
So I guess
did you have soap?
No, there's nothing. There was nothing in the shower.
This is my Fyre Fest.
What'd you wipe your ass with?
your hand,
and there's no soap.
This is Fyre Fest, right? Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
No,
I had.
Did you have soap in like the?
There was nothing in my apartment. There was nothing in my apartment.
When did this happen?
Last night.
Have you washed your hands?
Yes. I had hand sanitizer.
I don't know if you did.
Oh, yeah, that was a lie.
How hot was the water?
I mean, all right. What would you guys have done?
Well,
in this
no.
situation? You guys are making me feel bad. There was nothing I could have done. There was nothing I could have done. It was 10 o'clock at night. I was on the toilet.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh, fuck, there's no toilet paper here.
There's no shame.
And I used a towel, and I threw away the towel. Like, that's all I had.
Okay, all right. That's a good start.
When you're in the shower, are you facing away from the shower head?
Yeah. Yes.
Wait,
yes, he's
bidet-ing himself.
My shower head was a overhead shower.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Oh, so you were on your all fours.
I was literally just bent. I was just bent over.
Yeah.
You were just getting blasted in the ass by your shower, no soap.
Again, like, what? You guys are making me feel bad. Everyone's going to be like, oh, my God, it's so gross. But, like, all right, anyone that's going to tweet me and be like, dude, you're fucking disgusting, like, give me something else that I should have done in this situation.
Yeah, no, you did everything you could do.
Tell me what I was supposed to do, because I was thinking about the options. I was like, all I can do is really take a shower.
Yeah, no, you did everything you could do. Like, replaying it, I don't think there's any other move you had.
My move,
it's more that you left out the part that the soap, that's where the shock came from. But you had to do it.
You could have used your boxer shorts and then just thrown those away.
Well, I did the towel.
Yeah, you did the towel.
Okay, you can do that,
You did
too.
the towel. Yeah, you're good.
I don't think that you smelled bad today.
I didn't think so either.
Okay, thanks.
We dug deep on that Fyre Fest.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, we
feel
got
terrible.
there. No, you shouldn't feel terrible.
That's the old Jersey bidet.
You guys make me feel like sometimes you're like, how could you have done that? But it's like, in my head, I'm like, what else am I supposed to do? Your guys' reaction was like, you're a crazy person.
No.
How could you do such a thing?
I think it was perfectly normal what you did.
You fucking slept here last night, PFT, like you have no money in your bank account.
Yeah, that's true. My reaction was more, I assumed there was soap, so when you said no soap, I was like, what the fuck?
No, there's nothing. That was part of my story.
You had to do everything. You did everything you could do.
Okay.
Is there a common bathroom in your old apartment?
What do you mean?
Like, is there a lobby bathroom?
Yeah.
I would have soaped there. That's the only thing I would have done different afterwards.
But wait. Was this at your new apartment or your old apartment?
My old apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I would have done different. Everything else you did right. No shame.
Okay.
Good job, Hank.
Thanks.
I don't know how I even followed that Fyre Fest up.
Yeah, no, that was one of the best Fyre Fests ever. It also was funny because you were just going to say moving, and then we got to it. Like, we kept on digging.
Well, no, that was, I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I'm not shaming you. I really am not. Like, I would have done I just told you I wiped my ass with coffee filters. That's gross.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
I've used
taking a shit in the woods.
My other option was it was either a plastic bag, and I was like, I don't want to do it.
No, that plastic bag wouldn't work.
I know.
It would smear it.
And it also tears.
Yeah. No, you did everything. I think the towel is an important part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, can we move on?
Yeah, I guess we can.
Are you good?
I'm good. I just feel like you guys have like.
No, we're not. No, we're not judging.
I'm telling you that I think that you did everything you could do.
All right. Thank you.
The only thing that I would say is maybe the lobby bathroom afterwards. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think you're ever going to be back in this spot.
I'm never going to be back at that spot.
Yeah, exactly. So you're good.
Okay, wow. Okay, well, my Fyre Fest is just...
I have one just as gross, so don't worry.
Mine's not even that bad. I might just skip mine and let you go, Big Cat, because mine's just... I'm not going to the Jersey Shore this weekend.
Oh,
and,
no.
And I finally get, after all these years, like, why people love the Jersey Shore. Never really understood it. I'm now, like, a big Jersey Shore guy. I might do this every single summer.
Same as Hank's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fyre Fest.
I can't go to my vacation house for the month this weekend.
You ready for this, Hank? That is a good Fyre Fest.
Yeah.
My son was a little sick this week. Now I have, like, dad's sixth sense. I caught my son's puke in my own hand. That's because I knew it was coming. And I fucking caught the whole goddamn puke in my hands. And the Fyre Fest is that I didn't even blink. I was like, well, this just happened. That's it.
It's
like
dad's sixth sense.
Yeah, it's just, but like it should have shocked me more. I think that just happens the more you get down the line with kids where things don't faze you like they should. So yeah, that was a awakening of like, yeah, I just caught your puke, had no problem with it. threw it out, like washed my hands, and then we just keep moving on.
If there was one of those old school fantasy football commercials for fantasy dads, that would be in it. Like blindfolded, just sticking your hand out, catching the puke, throwing it away.
Just knowing when something bad is about to happen. Yep. And so there you go, Hank. We're kind of bros like that. We just do gross shit.
Fuck yeah.
I don't actually think that Hank's thing was that gross.
No, it wasn't. No. It actually wasn't gross. Mine was way gross.
You know what? Like in a lot of,
I ate the puke too. I forgot about that part. I licked it up.
In a lot of countries, like they don't even shower after they take a shit. Mm-hmm. So like Hank is more hygienic than probably 99% of the planet.
That's a fact.
Good job, Hank.
I feel like we're not in a good spot right now.
No, we're great. We're doing great.
Okay, Jake.
Yeah, my Fyre Fest is. So by our desk, there is this clothing rack, and it is a disaster.
Okay.
I walk in like twice a week, and my suits are just on the floor because it keeps breaking. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
I don't think the listeners could relate as much, but you guys know it just collapses every day.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is only
about fixing it.
Or not wearing suits.
No, gotta be professional.
Yeah, right.
That's broadcast.
I think that's the part that's like you kind of.
They just break. It just breaks every day.
My understanding of the situation is it breaks, but you just lean.
Yeah, no one's fixed it. No one's tried to fix it.
No, I discombobulated the whole thing, and then I put it back together. I think it's broken.
You could always, if you have to wear suits, you could just wear wrinkled suits.
Yeah.
No one's really going to care.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. What you don't realize is that clothing rack, which I knock over all the time. It breaks, whatever.
Yeah.
You're the only one who cares about it. You see my pile.
It
you
has
see
the
PFT's
PMT
pile.
gear on it too.
Hank, what'd you do to your pile?
I have no idea.
What the fuck happened?
I think the cleaning ladies are, which I fucking love, by the way.
Yes, you know what I did? You know what?
They're like slowly just cleaning everything.
Well,
and it's genius. It's great.
So they clean my desk.
Because Big Cat Charity shames me every time I ask them to clean the pile.
They clean my desk and your desk, Hank. And I went up to one of the cleaning ladies like a week later. I was like, "Did you clean this desk?" And she's like, "Yes." And I think she was like scared. I was like, "No. I wanted to like thank you." And I gave her.
Oh, you didn't charity shame her and say you don't care?
No, I gave her some money. So now I think she's gonna clean our whole life up.
Oh, great.
Okay, that answers that.
I came into work about a month ago, and my entire area was folded up and organized very neatly. It must have taken, definitely not under an hour to do all that.
So I feel good that I gave her money, but I also think that now she's going to, everything's going to disappear, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with it. Billy.
You don't care about charity?
I care about charity.
Jake, I will fix the rack for you. Like I did your glasses the one time.
Nice,
but
Billy.
my Fyre Fest is that when we went to see the movie on Sunday, everyone was commenting like, "Billy, you're so baked. You're so baked. You're so high." That got back to my mother. So my mom called me and was like, "Were you doing weed and watching movies?" I was like, "No, I don't actually smoke weed." And then she started to remind me about the time in high school. I came home way too high and thought I was so high I was going to die. And
you were one of those kids?
Yeah.
Those guys usually stop smoking after that.
I don't
they
smoke.
absolutely stop smoking.
Yeah. Anyway, the weed is different nowadays.
Yeah. Bring back mids, right?
Yeah. So
then what? When you were in high school 2 years ago?
Well, I was in high school and like you take one hit and then all of a sudden like you're so high you think you're going to die.
I literally get weed from the same person I did when you were in high school working for us.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, Billy's like, you guys don't understand. The weed in 2016 is nowhere near as potent as it is right now.
No, the weed jump happened in like 2009, 10, somewhere around
So
there.
like
it was like the special weed that you used to get once every 6 months started to just be the weed that was always around. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not a weed guy, but so then I was like, no, I didn't do weed and no one believes me.
So your mom thinks that you're a stoner.
Yes.
But you kind of are a stoner just without the smoking the weed.
Correct.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you got like that attitude, which is a good attitude to
You're
have.
just perpetually high.
Animals, food.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, eating a shitload of food, petting a lot of animals.
Fucking stuff up.
You're high.
Forgetting everything.
Yeah.
Being late.
True. No,
You're the high guy.
Yeah, you're not high. You are the drug guy in this group, you know that?
Yep.
Well, Well, at least I don't spend money on weed, and I'm the high guy.
Right, that's true.
I'm a cost-effective high guy.
Your brain is just as powerful THC as you can get anywhere.
Exactly.
All right, Bill, you got any recap for us?
Yes. So I want to talk about Texas. One thing you guys were talking about Texas recruiting pool. You guys forgot about the NIL.
Yeah.
Texas is going to be able to get way more NIL money for the recruits than probably other colleges with the Longhorns network.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that would probably be a huge reason why they want to go into the SEC, because they have this money they can pay the recruits.
I just think they also see the future of like there's going to be a 4 conference. They don't want to be left out. SEC is going to be a power conference. Do it.
Do you see Texas beating Vanderbilt and Mizzou?
Yes.
Yes.
So they can compete.
Yeah, and also what they're going to do is I saw like the scheduling thing, which it might actually be Mizzou. They're going to do like pods, 4-team pods that you play everyone in your pod. So if it were Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Mizzou or Vandy, like they'll still, you know what I mean? They play Oklahoma every year no matter what.
I think that it might be Oklahoma, A&M, Texas, LSU.
I don't think they would stack it that much. Because LSU would probably be with, I don't know, I'd have to look at it.
No,
like
because what would probably end up happening would be the north part would be the weakest, which would be like Mizzou, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and...
I think they'd mix and match, though. Because remember, like, East-West doesn't, like, Mizzou's in the East.
Yeah.
So they don't really follow geography right now.
Right. But they also have the opportunity to vote against Texas joining and Oklahoma joining. And right now you have 2 teams that are probably going to vote no, which would be A&M.
A&M for sure no.
Mizzou has already said that they're going to vote no against that. So I think you need 2 more teams, and that's where you're going to run into an interesting situation. If there's a 3rd team that says that they're going to vote no, then every other team in the conference is going to threaten to vote no so that they can get something out of it. It's like when if you're looking at Congress and there's like one person that could like decide the vote, they all start demanding like, oh, well, we need a new electric plant in my district.
Right.
So that's what's going to happen if you get one more to kind of jump over to that side.
Texas A&M will never vote yes. That makes sense. They don't want...
Their vote is like what is going to piss off Texas the most.
And also what's going to screw us the most is Texas, like not being the only SEC school in Texas.
But that also means we get A&M versus Texas.
Yes.
Hopefully every year on Thanksgiving again.
Yes.
Also on the Bucks, all the media reported that he was eating nuggets. We now know it was chicken minis.
Thank you.
And also... Did you guys see the video of Brandon Jennings spitting beer at the crowd?
Yeah, dude. Brandon Jennings being 31 and being retired for 3 years blew my mind. I mean, his knees just went out. He's like Brandon Roy. Remember him?
Mm-hmm. The Blazers were going to win multiple championships.
Yeah, that sucks.
Also, this is, in solidarity with Hank. One time I came out of the bathroom without washing my hands in kindergarten, and...
This is not what you think it is.
Everyone called me poopy hands.
I technically washed my hands, just not with soap.
Yeah, no, you washed.
But aren't you glad no one's calling you poopy hands?
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
no. Billy, you're poopy hands.
Yeah, I was poopy hands.
No, you are poopy.
But I peed, and I came out without washing my hands after peeing. But everyone was like, "No, you went poop," and I was like, "No, I went pee." And then it was poopy hands, poopy hands, poopy hands.
Hank has given Billy the biggest death stare of all time because he knows exactly what Billy's doing right now.
No,
you're trying to get everybody to call Hank poopy hands.
I'm just trying to show
That's not going to work, Billy.
Anyway,
his name's Stank Lockwood.
Goats drink each other's urine to wash their teeth.
What?
Goats, mountain goats.
They're piss dogs?
Yeah, they drink each other's piss to wash their teeth.
Crazy.
Badass.
Real quick, in the Barstool Sports sportsbook, we've got a new prop coming out this weekend for USA Rugby. Yeah. Go bet on it. If USA Rugby wins by finishing in second place, if they're the silver medalist, I think it's plus 677 or something like that.
Are they going to finish second?
They could.
Okay.
They could. If you look back at their history, they're the most likely team to finish second place.
Yes.
Game start on Monday.
I also have a parlay in there. It's called the poop parlay. It's not, but we can call it that.
Okay, poop parlay. All right, numbers 99,
66,
18,
8,
85.
Oh, 86.
86.
First timer.
Whoa. How many we got left?
Send it back.
We got like 20.
Okay.
Love you guys.